We are going to begin class today with a warm-up in which we will do several runway walks without heels on to get our bodies moving and into a flow. We do this in a group so that we can start to get the timing down for our walks. It will be very important to be in sync with other models later on. This is also a good time to work on any poses that you've wanted to try at the end of the runway. Working on your spacing is important here also. When you walk back in the group, you'll be passing each other on the right side of the model coming towards you. Now, being a model is not just about how you look on the runway, it is also about helping the designer show off their work. You need to fit well into the overall show, so spacing and timing are vital. A lot of you want to know about building confidence for modeling and also want to know about modeling if you're not the right height or the right size or you think you don't have the right look. So I'm going to first ask model Mariana a little bit about building confidence as a model and how that works.
Okay, so for starters, you don't have to be pretty, like fit those standards. Like there's no definition for pretty. You are pretty in your own way. Also, you don't have to be as tall as you think you need to be. Doesn't matter if you have braces or acne or just simply don't think about it that much. The more you think about it, the less you'll actually do it. So just be confident, and you can actually, modeling is all about building confidence. So yeah, so you should try modeling, and that you'll eventually start building self-confidence, and that's the best thing you can have, confidence. When you're confident, you're gonna feel pretty enough, and yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And it's true, it starts on the inside, and then you'll start to show that on the outside, right? Yeah. We are going to practice our turns in unison as a group to ensure we are all walking at the same rate and turning with the same timing. Your turns should be crisp and fluid without stopping or slowing down your pace. Doing this in a group ensures that you are not slowing down to practice your turns. If you have a modeling friend, you can practice together. We've got poses at the end of the runway to practice next, and we are starting with 2 poses and a half turn. Focus on doing these poses and turns without looking down at your feet, and work on your facial expressions while you are practicing them. Each type of runway show will ask you to do a slightly different pose and turn. So notice on this pass, we are doing a slight back pedal after the poses. Both the timing and the number of steps are important. Okay, this is Jade. And Jade, tell me a little bit about how you like being at a modeling school.
I think it's really, really great. We are like a family, and Vale loves us so much. She teaches us like teamwork and self-esteem, to work in ourselves, to be confident, to be nice to each other. And also the modeling, it's like so great. I really love it. So I don't know.
Yeah. No, and I agree.
I mean, there's no like exact words. You just love it because you feel like in a family, and you also learn. And it's not like being in a school. Like you have fun with it. So it's
more like a family.
Yes.
And what's funny is if you watch our videos and you see Jade walking, you'll see how much she really enjoys it. I really enjoyed watching her walk.
Thank you.
During a high fashion show, you will not pose on the runway, so you'll just turn in a tight semicircle and walk immediately back to your starting point. Your understanding of the choreography of a fashion show is almost as important as your ability to walk properly. If you are out of sync with other models, you'll really stick out as an amateur. At the end of each segment of the show, you'll do a final choreographed walk with other models. Traditionally, you'll begin by walking down the center of the runway in a line and then fanning out alternating sides until you meet in the middle again, and walk while doing a clap for the designer and line. Your clap should be modest and reserved. This process gives the audience the chance to see the entire collection of clothing at once and allows everyone to show their appreciation for the designer. You'll be staggered so the models take up the entire runway. Concentration is vital here. If you miss your cue, you'll fall behind and cause a collision or a mix-up on the runway. This is Ale, and she has actually been modeling for over 10 years. And tell me a little bit about how you were at the beginning and how you feel now after so many years of learning.
Okay, well, when I started modeling, I was about 10 years old, so I was a child, and I really didn't know what I was doing. I was just walking and everything, but right now I feel very confident about myself. I like teaching, I really love it.
Oh, good.
And I think the most wonderful thing is the friendship that we make between everyone.
Yeah, that's great. That's amazing that you started at 10 years old and here you are 10 years later and you're teaching now.
Yeah.
That's awesome. During your actual runway walk, you'll need to focus to hit the mark given to you by the designer. Understand your walk is not over once you head back. Notice how the models turn and pose after returning back to their original starting point. Everything you do on stage is important, not just your walk down the runway. The timing of when you enter and exit the stage is also critical. If you are late, it will make the designer look disorganized. Ale, tell me a little bit about how long have you been modeling for, and what are some changes that you've seen from your experience?
Okay, I have been modeling around like 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, I started last year in September. It was like so great because it helped me with my confidence. I was like really shy and I didn't like this sort of thing.
Wow.
And I was like, no, miss, hey. And now I'm like so expressive and explosive, and I really like it because it really like bumped me up. It was the push I needed to become what I am now.
Wow, that's amazing. And I can tell by the way you're expressing yourself now what a difference it has made for you. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed hearing from these beautiful ladies, and we'll catch you guys on our next video.